Hello, loved ones, again. This is the rest of Tupac's message. In this part, he starts off, he was saying, and I wrote it down. He said, another thing I'll mention of the youngsters, the students in the car, is this. When we got to the light, I noticed someone on my left pulled up and acted like they wanted to pull out notepads for us to sign. He's speaking of him and Suge at the time when they were in Vegas. Okay, he said notepads for us to sign with our ink pens, but I wasn't falling for it, he says. So I told Suge, let's go. But now the brothers who pulled up, I didn't recognize any of them. It was about 4. They didn't look gang-like. They looked like students out of college. Then one started firing. Now the ones they have on the film on internet, he was paid. The ones in the car, the Will Smith type, like when he was Fresh Prince. Not this bad boy he is now. The riders and the driver was planted there, I learned later, Tupac said, because I was returned to the scene after being rescued, and I saw them later because we trailed them. They had driven on over to a casino and was paid there. And now he says, the autopsy. He says, I wasn't there. I was elsewhere, Tupac said. I saw the taping on internet too. I was pissed, he says. At first I thought it was my body. Then I was taken over to where bodies were kept. Like a shoe factory. You can select which one you want. So the one you see on internet is a twin self, but nobody's in it. It was placed there for judging of the coroners, the characters. He's been long gone, said Tupac. Too hideous of a son to walk any planet of the creators, said Tupac. He says, I was away, but back to finish up where I left off. He said, this earth, with all its beauty, shouldn't be in such turmoil, but it is. We sit above you all for days and days, but none here care about what we're going through. Not until I met her. Love here, love herself, Tupac says. She's wonderful, yes. I use words like this, he says, especially if I need to. No, I wasn't no gang banger, he says. I just would mention it from time to time. He says that he wasn't a gangbanger. He says, I wasn't no gangbanger. I would just mention it from time to time. I really wanted him to stop doing it, he says. It's just killing off our race. Older people of our race aren't killing each other daily. They'll be all who's left. No one can talk to each other anymore. You have to kill, he says. Anyway, he says, I wrote some songs, some lyrics I'd like someone to listen to. Post them, perform them, do what you will, and good luck. After you listen to this here site, just for yourself, he says, and get ready to use some of my songs. They got good beats too. He says, this is Dom's mom, who's listening to me. She's much like mine, caring about the human race. Afeni, my mom, he says, she inspired me to sing, dance, anything that had to do with the entertainment biz. She was talented but didn't get the chance. So much scam out there, she let it go. Like Dom's mom here, very talented, I see. She sings a lot, but don't care about it being heard. Not if it means losing her life. Anyway, he says, I like to say something here out to my relatives, my family. I have my auntie who's very special. I like to tell her I love her. And when will she see me? And he's talking right now. He says goodbye. He said, I love you all who love me. And that was Tupac. I'm Love Herself.